My name is Sergeant Sean Verma, and I am the Public Information Officer for the Lafayette Police Department, City of Lafayette, Indiana. I'm here to provide a transparent and factual briefing regarding a critical incident that occurred on December 5th at approximately 7:39 p.m. at the Lafayette Laundry located at 3100 South Street. The following content contains details of a shooting that may be distressing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. This incident has been fully investigated and the case is now closed. Our goal with this briefing is to remain open and transparent with our community by sharing the details of what occurred, the actions taken by our officers, and the conclusions of the investigation. At approximately 7:40 p.m. on December 5th, 2024, the first 911 call was received, reporting a shooting at Lafayette Laundry.
911.
911, there's been a shooting.
Where?
At the Lafayette Laundromat.
What laundromat?
I need to check the name. But it's the Lafayette Laundry, I believe.
On South Street?
On South Street, yes.
Okay. We have another caller. Is anybody hit?
Yes, I believe there are multiple people that have been shot. I believe the shooter left the scene. Yep. And
One second.
There's multiple, at least,
Hey, it's a shooting. It's a shooting with multiple shots. Did somebody get shot?
at least 3 people shot.
3 people?
Yes.
At 7:41 p.m., Lafayette police officers were dispatched to the scene, with the first officer arriving at 7:43 p.m.
I got a man down in the parking lot.
Getting reports of possibly 3 victims.
Hey, boss.
Older male.
I didn't see anything, I just heard it.
Okay, wait right there, please.
Upon arrival, officers located an unidentified male in the parking lot, suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. He was unresponsive, and a firearm was found laying next to him. His involvement in the incident was initially unknown. However, due to the presence of a pulse, he was immediately transported to a local hospital before being transferred to Indianapolis, where he was placed on life support. Officers then entered the laundromat and immediately began providing medical aid to 3 victims inside.
One there and there's one there.
Additional responding officers established a perimeter as information received through our dispatch center initially indicated that the shooter might still be at large.
White, great.
Detectives quickly obtained surveillance footage which confirmed that the male found in the parking lot was the shooter. He was later identified as 73-year-old male Lewis McLaughlin. The footage revealed that at 7:39 p.m., the suspect, Lewis McLaughlin, entered the Lafayette Laundry and began firing indiscriminately before exiting the building at 7:40 p.m. and shooting himself in the head. The entire incident unfolded in less than 1 minute. Here's the surveillance footage. Lewis first shot 35-year-old Keith Ford, who was sitting with his back to him. He then fired multiple rounds at 32-year-old Renee Martin, causing her to collapse. He proceeded to shoot a 3rd victim, Salvador de la Cruz, striking him in the lower body. At this point, Lewis experienced a malfunction with his firearm and exited the laundromat at 7:40 p.m. Outside surveillance footage captured him attempting to take his own life by placing the gun to his head. The weapon initially failed to discharge. He then cleared the malfunction, fired a round towards South Street, and immediately followed by shooting himself in the head. Despite life-saving efforts, Keith Ford was pronounced deceased at the hospital. Renee Martin, who sustained multiple gunshot wounds, survived her injuries. Salvador de la Cruz suffered a single non-life-threatening gunshot wound to his lower body. Following the incident, a lengthy investigation was conducted by the Lafayette Police Department's Violent Crimes Unit. Detectives determined that Lewis was from Lincoln, Nebraska. He left Lincoln at approximately 8:30 a.m. on December 5th and drove his silver Ford F-150 to Lafayette, arriving at approximately 6:49 p.m. On December 7th, Lewis was pronounced dead while hospitalized in Indianapolis. Detectives served multiple search warrants and collected evidence from both Lincoln, Nebraska, and the vehicle Lewis drove. A rifle was recovered from the back of his truck. On December 19th, detectives with the Lafayette Violent Crimes Unit were sent to Lincoln, Nebraska to conduct interviews and collect more evidence. During the investigation, several video recordings made by Lewis were discovered. In these recordings, he spoke about his belief that individuals in Indiana, specifically Lafayette, were controlling his mind. The content of this recording strongly suggests that Lewis was suffering from undiagnosed and severe mental health issues.
The cancer that's been allowed to develop within the city of Lafayette, you have to bust these people up. They want your energy. They want to know how you did it. They haven't got the initiative to go out and develop it on their own. They want yours.
It was determined that Lewis had no known connection to any of the victims, and the victims did not know him in any way. This was a random act of violence. Based on the recovered videos, it is clear that Lewis had been planning this attack for an extended period, as some of the footage appeared to be several years old. For many years, Lewis's mental health had been in decline, and his delusions about individuals in Lafayette controlling his mind had intensified. While Lewis had lived in Lafayette as a child, his only familiarity with the area was South Street and Earl Avenue, along with nearby businesses. It is believed that he targeted the laundromat simply because it was an open business in an area he recognized. Our hearts go out to the family and loved ones of Keith Ford as they continue to grieve this tragic and senseless loss. We also extend our deepest support to Renee Martin and Salvador de la Cruz as they recover from their injuries and work through the trauma of this horrific event. The Lafayette Police Department remains steadfast in its commitment to protecting and serving the residents of our community. We understand that critical incidents can impact not only those directly involved, but the broader community as well, and we are dedicated to maintaining transparency and professionalism in all aspects of our response.